This team will never lose again.
Together with Earle Sports Bets, yeah, the twins, they be checking in, stacking up. Green is the scene that you're stepping in. Winning is a trend, and we stay making dollars. Nerd talk with the sports bet scholars. Yeah, R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies.
We are live. Welcome back to another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. My name is Nicholas Earle. I'm joined here as always by my brother Tim. And today, by the way, we're going back to this one because since we've switched the background, we've actually been doing pretty well. So we're gonna stick with this background, Tim. And today we have 3 games in the NHL. We have 6 games in the NBA. There's only three college basketball games, which I don't think I'm moving on any
your plays.
I know you have a couple plays you gave out on balling out. I don't think any of them graded out for me to bet. No,
Nope.
they didn't. So for me, I've moved
Yeah,
on.
Jump on the system plays.
Here, I've moved on one game today, and if we go over the other hockey games, I've moved on to one hockey game. I did a free pick video for it last night, and if I leave this show with only the Penguins money line, I'm not going to be pissed. So that being said, before we get into today's games, before we get into today's slate, it's time to look back at what happened yesterday. What went right and what went wrong in the world of sports betting. College basketball was this close to a sweep for me. Memphis minus 6.5, never in doubt. Yeah, wow. I don't know how we got that. It landed on 7. We had the 6.5. And I remember in the beginning of Nerd Talk, when I went over and gave out that play, it was up to a 10.5. I said, do not bet it at 10.5. Yeah, Memphis went up high. So they cashed the 6.5. An easy winner with Marist last night, minus the 4. They win by 16 over Siena. Probably my favorite college basketball play of the day yesterday, because I had that +4. I had that +150. Sorry, Mom. We faded your Towson Tigers. Happy birthday, Mom, by the way. But we faded your Towson Tigers with the fighting Blue Hens of Delaware, and we got the money +4, +150. They win by 12. The UT Rio Grande Valley, I'm going to try not to botch their names here. The Vaqueros. There we go. Plus the 16, they lose by 8, so they cover the number there. The Governors of Austin, PA, plus the 1.5, they win by 16.
I had their money line.
Yeah, I had the 1.5 because the money line was, I think, all of 10 cents different. So,
yeah.
And Southeast Missouri State Redhawks, money line, pick them. Got the job done as well. They win by 19. The Leatherbacks of Western Illinois, minus 125.
Unbelievable.
Killed a complete board sweepage from yesterday. A complete board sweepage because we broke out the brooms in the NHL last night. The Calgary Flames take care of business against those New Jersey Devils. 5-3 win over the Flames. The Flames are a bet-on team. I know you put the future in with them. I said that a couple games ago because I think we had them the other night as well. No, I was leaning heavily towards them against Boston and never pulled the trigger. That's what it was. They got the job done. Boston, Vancouver, I don't know how. I don't know how any of these unders hit, by the way. I had 3 unders yesterday. They all hit. Vancouver, Boston was 4-0 with like 19 minutes to go in the second period. Finishes 4-0. I don't know how we got that one. Winnipeg, Philadelphia was 3-0 at the end of the first period. I had the under 5.5. We got that one as well. And this one shocked me the most. Vegas, Arizona was 3-1. 3-1 at the end of the first period.
Arizona scored like 3 minutes into the third period, too.
Yeah.
It was 17 minutes of nothing.
Yep.
And it was beautiful. I had the game up for like the last 10. So I'm like, yay, all right.
So, yeah, a complete board sweepage in the NHL last night. 4-0 at 4.10 units. 7-1 for me in college basketball, up 2.68 units. Overall, 11-1, up 6.78 units. Overall in February, 36-30-1, up 7.77 units. So we're up in February now. We are in the black. We are safely in the black at the moment. And I've moved on to one game today. And after last night, I know my tendencies when I have a really, really strong night. If I go heavy the next day, I give it all back. So I would not be pissed if I just finished with today with only one play. So we'll get into everything here. I was looking at a couple other spots in the NHL, but we'll get into it here in just a few minutes.
Yeah, I know we're going to reiterate a bunch of the plays from yesterday because that's what we do. The site has been absolutely killing it, which the site, and I'm going to switch the background for a minute. Everything that's on the site also goes right here on the membership community tab, which I could show that off so that people can see what it looks like. $5.99 a month, and we post everything that we have up on the site. I'm not going to show that one because that one has today's. But all you got to do is go over to the community tab if you're a member only, and it'll look like, poof, this. Say, let's make some money today, and it'll show you every single thing we have on the site. And it's $5.99. Yesterday, 13-3 on the site, up 9.98 units. One of our best days on picks and parlays, just flat out. How long have we been doing this? Almost 3 years that we've been on picks. Wow, we've been on picks and parlays for almost 3 years. That's crazy. That was one of the best days that we've ever had. We're now 13-3 on the yesterday tab, 49-30 on the last 7 days, up 19.24, and in 2024 entirely 274 and 249 of 2020. Yesterday, Pacers were a loser. You know what? I tried to fade the Warriors after back-to-back. They won by 22. It happens. You got your under in that Philly game. Calgary money line winner. I will say, Nick, we're hyping up Calgary. March 10th in Carolina. Maybe we go to a Calgary Flames game. Sorry,
I like different teams. I mean, it's fun to see new teams. So especially Western Conference ones.
Under in the Vancouver game, winner Delaware, as we mentioned earlier, winner Marist, Memphis. I had the Dallas Mavericks. I saw that line with a Knicks. Obviously, we end up realizing there was a bunch of injuries. The Knicks were a dog at home after winning 9 out of their last 10. I'm like, yep, sign me up for Dallas. Won that one. UT Rio Grande Valley, winner Minnesota Timberwolves, 24-point winner against the Milwaukee Bucks. Milwaukee plays again today, and guess what? I'm not betting them. I'm on the opposite side. Austin, PA, plus 105. SEMO, winner. Western Illinois was a loser, and that one was a minus 123 money line. It is what it is. Utah was one of the ones I added, and afterwards I'm like, maybe I probably shouldn't have, and whatever. You mentioned the under in the Vegas game. Very, very nice. And to wrap up the night, there was no way the Lakers would lose on Kobe Day, right? Nuggets say F that, and they win by 8. Very, very nice to see. And I had Nuggets minus 3.5. Everybody and their mother loved Vegas. Not Vegas, LA. Even on my balling out video, I had like 4 or 5 comments saying, nope, Lakers going to win. Nope, Lakers. No. Nuggets minus 3.5. Nice winner there. Absolutely fantastic day. We have 5 plays up on the site for today, so we'll see how it goes.
And we do kind of have like one of those, obviously not a statue unveiling, but they're honoring a player today in one of the hockey games as well, which we will get into, which I'm fading as well, which is kind of interesting. Yeah.
Because it's in.
Yeah.
There we go. Yo, what up? You know how to bet until and forget you made all them bets and wake up to a full account. Oh, one thing. F them Nuggies. Let's go Nuggies. Yay, Nuggies. Yes, sir. What's up, Justin? Stacks Pod, Sacramento Kings team total over 116.5. I almost bet the Kings today. I didn't. Morning, ESB. Good morning, Fernando. We'll start off, Nick, with a little bit of some hooky. We'll start off with the Pittsburgh Penguinos taking on the Minnesota Wild. Classic Mel versus Terry. And a total of 6 in this one, Nick. Fire away.
I've already hinted at what I'm on for this game. I mentioned it earlier in the thing. This is the only game I've bet so far on today's slate. Now let me get up the line history here for this matchup. Here, let's get. I'm just waiting for it to load. I should have done this earlier. There we go. Whoa, this is up to a -130 now on Bet Online. It opened up at a -106. It's up to a 130 now for Pittsburgh. Line opened up at a 6 and -106. It stayed at 106. There. Let's take a look at the cash flow when it comes to what do you call it? This matchup here, where we have 88% of the tickets, 78% of the cash is on Pittsburgh, but the line's moved towards Pittsburgh. And then 58% of the tickets, 67% of the cash is on the under. The line is moved. That line is not moved at all here in this one. And I had this game priced with the Penguins around 140, 145 in this game. Seeing the line move up, and it's now -125 on my book. I'm seeing 130 on Bet Online. I got $1.20 last night with the Penguins. When you look at this matchup here, and I don't like looking at these stats, but this is kind of eye-opening. The Penguins are 9-1 in the last 10 games against the Wild, so they've kind of owned the Minnesota Wild. One thing I've noticed there, the Wild are coming in off of a 2-1 win over Chicago, which looked like an ultra struggle win. They were tied with like 11 minutes to go. Pittsburgh coming in off a nice shutout win. It's Tristan Jarry versus, I'm projecting, Marc-Andre Fleury. And as I mentioned, there's a little ceremony today. They're honoring Marc-Andre Fleury for passing Patrick Waugh tonight. And it's against his former team here at Pittsburgh Penguins, which I looked it up. Marc-Andre Fleury has a 4-4 record in his career against the Penguins between the Vegas Golden Knights, the Chicago Blackhawks, and the Minnesota Wild. He's only played them 8 times, 4-4. So toss up there. I'm on the Penguins. This is the only game I've bet so far today. I like the value here at -120 in this spot. So I'll take the Penguins here at $1.20.
This is the only game I really wasn't looking at. If you're grabbing the Penguins, I mean, you know me, what I would end up doing. I'd probably really go crazy and take the puck line. But I'm not going to go. I'm not going to go after this game. Might look towards 2 plays in the next. I might look towards plays in the next 2 games, but we'll see.
Fair.
10% on Wild.
Yeah, 12% of the tickets are on the Wild. But yeah.
Yikes. What up, my guys? Let's get it. Let's catch
Here's the thing, though. I don't care about that stuff when it comes to the NHL because it's only 2,200 tickets. It's not like we're talking about the Super Bowl that's going to have 1 million tickets written on it, or the NFL that has 100,000 tickets written on it, or the NBA who gets up in the 20,000, 30,000 range. The NHL at max gets up to like 10,000. Like they're not a sport that a lot of tickets are written on it. So, yeah.
Yeah. What up, my guys? Let's get it discussed today. Hit the like button, people. Show some appreciation, subscribe, and share. Timmy, you know the rest of the same, my dog. Let's get it. Small day today, Marcos. I'm already looking towards tomorrow. NBA trade day was whack yesterday. No major moves were made. And any teams that were making moves, they were doing it for one reason. Try to figure out a way to slow down 15 and 27. That's it. So, Jokic and Murray. Penn's money line. Yes.
Yes.
NHL, come in on the boring part of the show. Dude, there's only 2 games left. Stay put. Okay, I'll play the Penguins. It's crazy. I don't know hockey, but I knew Fleury used to be a Penguin.
Yes.
Only because I live in Pittsburgh now. Let's cash, Twins. Let's do it. I would have said I would probably would have liked the Penguin, the Wild if it was in Pittsburgh. I think think that would have been like the Wild more if it was in Pittsburgh today. If Marc-Andre Fleury was goalie against Pittsburgh in Pittsburgh or whatever. Let's head to this game, Nick.
Yeah, and actually, I wanted to take what do you call it? I X'd it out. I wanted to see how many times because Marc-Andre Fleury. Let's see what he's done because I remember hearing him say he hates playing on the road against. Okay, he's actually half his games. He's 4-4 in 8 games with a 3.19 goals allowed average and a 900 save percentage for 4 games on the road, 4 games at home against Pittsburgh. So, okay. But yeah, we had the New York Rangers minus 290 favorites in this game, total of 5.5 in this spot here. And this was a game I was kind of tempted on. But after a big night last night, I'm not trying to force plays, and I feel like this would be forcing a play. Line opened up at a 290. It stayed put. Line opened up at a minus 115. It's down to a 114. So it's a slight move towards the under, and it's no move on the side. We have 67% of the tickets, 94% of cashes on the under. The lines move slightly towards the under. I can understand the under because the Blackhawks don't know what this thing called the goal is right now. And we'll get into that in just a second. 91% of the tickets, 97% of the cashes on the Rangers. 28% of the tickets, 81% of cashes on their puck line here as well. I kind of lean Blackhawks puck line at minus 105 for the plus 1.5. Because one thing we've noticed with the Chicago Blackhawks is, yeah, they're not scoring goals right now. You know what they're also not doing? Giving up goals right now. Yeah. This is why this team has been such a good under team is, they've scored 1-0-0-2-0-4-0-2-1-1 in their last 10 games. They've given up 2-1-3-6 against Seattle, but 2-3-3-1-3-2. So they're not a team that's for as bad as the Blackhawks are, defensively they've been great. And that's what Richardson is trying to get his team to do here without Bedard in the lineup is play more defensively responsible hockey. And that's exactly what we've seen from the Blackhawks, which is why they've become such an under machine because they focused all their attention on preventing goals. And now they just don't have the finish. They just don't have the goal scoring ability here. So I lean towards an under in this game. Am I betting the under? No, I have this game projected at 5.33 goals. And am I going to sit here and tell you there's value on a minus 290 favorite? Hell no. It's obviously Chicago or nothing here for me. And Chicago has been a scrappy team at home. 10-13 on the money line at home this year. Like, they're not a bad home squad at the United Center here in Chicago. But I have no interest in this game. I lean Blackhawks plus 1.5 for money line, depending on how you want to approach this game. I'm not going to be touching this game though.
Yeah, I'm going to end up staying off this one. I will have a play in the last game, and there's a good reason for it, but I'm going to just stay away from this game.
I might pull the trigger if they tell me it's Jonathan Quick in that.
I can't wait to argue with you all about the Braves and Mets in a couple months. The Mets are going to be dog shit, so there's not really going to be much argument, Justin. There's no way the Braves lose the division. They're pretty much a lock to winning. The only team I could really see them giving problems to them is the Phillies. I don't see the Mets coming close. So you should be fine. Roaders blow out Indy. Golden State starting to get hot and win. Cleveland won against the hot-ass fish grease. Who?
They're hot. They're hot as fish grease.
Oh, they're hot as... okay. Yeah, I'm just a little bit slow. Wolves beat my Bucks. Hey, I had the Wolves yesterday. It was nice. Supness from Lex. Dallas went into the Garden and won. Pistons won the bum fight in double overtime. They did. Wow. There you go. Fakers lose at home finally to the spicy Nuggets. The Nuggets are now 7-0 in their last 7 games against the Lakers.
And they've determined that they are the father.
Yep. You know the play. Full game under. Blackhawks team total under. Sprinkle the under.
I'm more interested now, Jonathan Quick, in that. And I would not be surprised if they gave Quick a break here and put in Igor, which the phrase I just said, if I would have said that, we would be mentioning that after the All-Star break, that that they might give Jonathan Quick a rest and put in Igor is stupid. But it's true. And I have no interest in fading the Rangers with Quick in net. I just don't.
That's kind of crazy.
Like, I have no problem fading Igor right now because Igor has been terrible. You put Jonathan Quick in that. I want nothing to do with fading the Rangers. And
Ranger
if
puck
I'm the
line.
Rangers, he's my starter going forward.
Ranger puck line.
Yeah.
The under. I would lean under in that game, but we'll talk about the Oscar. That's not fun. Well, dude, it's not going to be a fun season, dude. It's not. I'm not expecting it to be a fun season, so I'm not trying to
get a better season. I don't think the Mets are going to be a World Series contender, but flirt with a wild card spot. I think so. I think they've made some improvements. They're getting the best closer in baseball back this season, and when you looked at what they did last year, it's just massively underachieved. But that's beyond the point. We're not taking baseball right now.
No. Instead, we'll talk about the Edmonton Oilers and Anaheim Ducks next, where the Oilers are minus 275 with a total of 6.5.
God damn it! I wanted the Ducks in this game. And this is a little theory. If you want to follow along with this theory, the bubble burst, the good old bubble burst. The only problem is we have to back the Ducks, which is disgusting. They are coming, and the Ducks are not in a spot I particularly want to back either because this is their first game back from the All-Star break. Mm-hmm. And one thing we've noticed with teams from their first game back in the All-Star break, they're going under. I think the under is worth a look in this game potentially here in this spot. Let's take a look at the line history in this game where it opened up at a 275. It's down to a 269, so it's a move towards the Ducks in this game. The line opened up at a 6.5 at plus 104. It's now at 6.5 at minus 103. So it's a move towards the over and a move towards Anaheim in this game here, where we have 65% of the tickets and 95% of the cash is on the Oilers on the money line, 87% of the tickets, 93% of the cash is on the puck line with the Oilers, 77% of the tickets and 70% of the cash is on the over in this game, and the line has moved slightly towards the over in this spot as well. I do have this game projected for an under. I think that this is a little bit of a lower scoring game. 6.5. We're not seeing many 6.5s as much anymore. And I know I said I wanted to try to keep today clean and stick just to the Penguins. But if we get Jonathan Quick in net, and I think just in general, I want the under in this game. If we get Jonathan Quick confirmed, I'll be on both Rangers under and Oilers under. I think that's the way I'm going to go with today. So I'm going to move on this under 6.5.
Yep.
In this game, the Oilers have gone under in, I believe, 10 straight games. This is the Ducks' first game back. Gibson's been good when you look at his advanced numbers. Stuart Skinner has been much better this season. So under 6.5 for me at minus 115. And if I get Jonathan Quick, I'll move on the under 5.5 and Rangers Blackhawks as well.
Let's do it. I'm on the same boat as you. This is a Edmonton team that has gone under in 10 straight games. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 straight games. This has just been a heavy under team for Edmonton, and they've, as crazy as it sounds, Edmonton, Connor McDavid, and Leon Draisaitl. How are they winning games? Goaltending. What?
Yeah,
yeah, I know it's crazy. But they're winning with goaltending, and when it comes to it, yeah, I like the under. You look at what they did. Even last game, it went under. They allowed 3 goals. Previous to that, 1, 0, 1, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 0, 3, 3. Like, this is a team that is playing some hella good defense during that winning streak. And it's Anaheim. I'm not super hung up on Anaheim. So, yeah, I'm on the under in this game. It's the only play that I really like today. In hockey.
Yeah. And I'm going to put that up on the side as well, the under.
Good. Well-rested Oilers, well-rested. Pressure of the streak is gone. Lay the puck line, but best play is the under 6.5. Oilers win this game 4-1. I could easily see that. Yep. What do y'all think about the Orioles this season?
They're a playoff team. They're a playoff team, and I think they can go far in the playoffs. that division's an absolute bloodbath with the Yankees, Rays, and Blue Jays in there as well. Can they win the division? Absolutely. Absolutely, they can win the division. I think they're the second favorite to win the division. They absolutely can. I think my bad. Their floor is a wild card. Their floor is a wild card for me.
They are a World Series contender. Because if you think about it, Nick, I know you were an Oriole hater last year. What were they missing last year? What was your one concern going into the playoffs?
Experience.
And
it showed.
No. What else?
Starting pitching.
Corbin Burns. Bam, there you go. And they still had Dean Kramer. Grayson Rodriguez is going to be in his third year. I think this Orioles team is going to be fantastic.
Not to mention, I think the obviously Corbin Burns is now the ace of that staff, but arguably potentially the best pitcher for the Orioles was out basically the entire year last year.
Oh yeah,
John Means.
John Means is going to be back. Plus, not to mention, the top prospect in baseball is going to be probably up on the team this year.
Jackson Holiday. They're going to be at the very least.
Yeah, Holiday.
At the very least, they're going to be a lot of fun.
And then the future MVP Connor Norby is going to be up most likely this year. So go Pirates. Anyways, yes, I love the Orioles this season, but I've been in love with the Orioles the last 2 years, and that's only gotten me. Oh yeah. They were the most profitable team in baseball both years in a row. Anyways, I gotta pick fights with Dodger fans. Yes, you do. Mets fans aren't going to fight back this year. We lay down and die. Ducks lose this fight tonight by 2 or more. I can easily see that.
Fair.
Ducks plus 1.5. Ranger puck line. Wild money line and Ranger puck line. No, we do not like the Wild tonight. 8-2 Oilers in Edmonton, 7-2 Oilers in Anaheim, and then 4-1 tonight. Oilers are winning games with puck possession. They're squeezing the life out of teams. Yes. What is your who is projected in net for the Ducks? Gibson. There you go. I'll ride Phillies. I think Phillies have a shot to win the division this year. Watch Dodgers lose first round of playoffs. I will laugh.
I'm begging for that.
Yeah.
And I think I'm going to try something this year. I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to or not. I'm going to bet against the Dodgers every game.
Middle finger to Phillies. Nice. Let's head to the NBA, Nick.
Yeah, and I'm gonna let you take over for this because I'm going to bet the NBA on Monday after the Super Bowl. I'm going to sit back the next couple days, let the trade deadline kick in, let all the players get with their new teams, and let my numbers adjust to what these teams currently are now. So I'm going to let you focus on the NBA for the next few days. The Atlanta Hawks are at the Philadelphia 76ers. The Hawks are 3-point favorites, total 246 in this game. Where are you looking?
I will say I'm going to stick to being kind of lower volume in the NBA. Although 5 games yesterday, but it went 3-2, so I was happy with that. I only had like 2 plays today, and it's not in this game. If I was to go after this one, it's hard for me to want to go after Philly right now. They look completely lost without Joel Embiid. They are 1-7 their last 8 games, and they're just falling. Honestly, let's take a look at something real quick. I want to see what the betting odds for this is. For Philadelphia to miss the playoffs. And I know it could be an overreaction kind of deal right now because they keep on losing, but I don't.
They just got Buddy Hield. They're fine.
I don't really think it's an overreaction. Philly. They do not have Philadelphia on here. That's annoying. They don't have Philadelphia futures on BetOnline. Let's go check Bovada. I think they missed the playoffs. They just do not look. They are a below average team without Embiid. Yeah, you could say, oh, Max is going to be good. Buddy Hield on team should be fun. I don't particularly care. This is just a team that just does not look good right now. And I'm not trying to go with it. Let's see. All NBA futures. NBA Finals. I don't have any to miss playoffs, which sucks. But I have a feeling that Philly can miss. It would be a lean towards Atlanta in this game, but I'm not laying 3 points on Atlanta on the road. Just not going to happen. So this one ends up staying away from me.
Fair.
Hart. Haters going to hate. Let them hate. Pittsburgh. F Pittsburgh and their fans. I bet the 76ers plus 3.5 last night. Not sure why I did that. I don't hate it, but I'm just not trying to do that. NBA, hey, hold on, stop that. I'm on the Hawks. What was I thinking? I'm a Hawks fan. What was I thinking? I was on BS after my stacks got hooked in OT. Oh, that's rough. That's rough. I remember that game. Maxey and Harris and Maxey have not been putting in the work. They have not. Maybe an over. I cannot back an over with a Philly game right now because they are not scoring. Triple, yeah, no, I trust me. I was paying attention to that game a little bit last night, so because I live bet the Utah Utes plus 14.5, so it was nice. But let's head to this game, Nick.
Yeah, the Raptors are an interesting team. They made a couple moves during the deadline yesterday. They're 1.5 point favorites with a total of 234 in this game. Where are you looking against for this one?
Nowhere. I'm just not really gonna go. I don't like this game at all. The Rockets, if anything, it's a look towards Toronto, but both these teams kind of made some moves in the deadline and kind of are wonky with their rosters at the moment. Not to mention Houston 5-18 on the road this year. Imagine if they were like even 500, they'd be in a playoff spot right now. Instead, they've kind of just fallen off completely. After having a really good start to the year, they're just not it anymore. Toronto 10-13 at home. I don't trust this team either. This one ends up being a stay away. I'm not laying it with Toronto, and I'm not betting the Houston Rockets right now. So, especially on the road, pass.
Yeah.
I like Fire and Wells in UFC. Good luck. I not really. I don't bet UFC. Have a free play for the Champions League next week. Real Madrid versus Leipzig. Real Madrid money line plus 115. They should not be plus money against a shitty team, and they're shitty on the road, and that's shitty on the road. There you go. I'm not a Pittsburgh fan. Just live here. I agree. F Pittsburgh and their fans. I had a kid out here. I got you. Justin. Do we have to talk about this game? You're muted.
Yeah, I don't know why I got muted there. Celtics,
right,
16.5 point favorites, total 236.5. I know you're thrilled to bet this game. Where are you looking?
Pass. Can we move on to the next game? I'm just never laying 16.5 points. And I know it's a crazy number, but you're not even seeing the Wizards cover right now. Although they covered last game against Cleveland, but no, I'm not interested in doing anything with this game. I'm not trying, and I understand giving games their due diligence. If I'm not betting a game, or not even coming close to it, or don't even have anything really to say about it, I just like to move on and just talk about other games, because the next game, I'll have interest in the next 3 games, although I'm not betting one of them. So complete stay away on this one. Pass.
Fair enough.
Real Madrid at plus money. Might put a nickel or a dime. There you go. Get it. I am interested in this one, Nick. Here we go.
Yeah, big favorite here. 14-point favorite. The Milwaukee Bucks, total 231 in this game. I know your thoughts on this one. Where are we going?
Charlotte. I think Charlotte's a live dog. Am I going and betting now? Live money line? No, I'm not touching their money line. I just got them at plus 13.5. Now I see some 14s. I see some 14.5. I don't care. This Milwaukee team is a fade team. I know they're coming off of getting blown out, and this could be a good bounce back spot. No. They are 1-5 since bringing on Doc Rivers. Still don't know. It's still stupid why they fired their old coach to begin with. I thought it was the dumbest crap ever. I'm on Charlotte here. I got them plus 13.5. Would I be surprised if they? I would really prefer if they didn't win, because then I would be kicking myself for not putting up an 8:30 money line. But I like the Hornets in this one. I think they keep this one close enough against a Milwaukee team that has not been good as of late.
Fair.
Talk about Real Madrid. I almost bet this game, and I still might look towards betting it, but I have a feeling I'm just going to stick to the plays I got today.
Yeah, the Sacramento Kings and the Denver Nuggets. The Kings are dollar minus 1.5, total of 232 in this game. Where are you looking?
I was leaning really towards the Kings. I'm just gonna stay. I'm staying away from this game. This Kings team is just a little bit questionable right now. They have now dropped into a play-in spot instead of play-off spot. This is just not really a team I want to be backing right now, which is crazy. I mean, this is a Kings team I was high on coming into the year. Obviously, high on the Nuggets every year, especially the last couple of years. And they're now 20 games over 500 after last night. And with a win tonight, the Nuggets will be the number one team in the West. So if they win tonight, they get to be number one in the West. So hopefully they can get there. But I'm staying away from this game. It is a lean towards the Kings for me, especially after that game last night that they went into LA and beat the Lakers on Kobe Day. So lean Kings, did not bet it.
There you go.
But I did bet this one.
Yeah, we have the New Orleans Pelicans and the LA Lakers. Pelicans -2, total 234 in this game. Cash with the Pelicans in their last game. They were 6.5, 7 point. I did at least. So they were 6.5, 7 point dogs against the Clippers. They won outright by double digits. Do we think they win here at the same arena?
Yes. I think this is a Pelicans team that's going to be really, really bet on coming into the second half. To the point where this is a team that's currently sitting in the 6th seed in the West. I'm not sure if they get to the top 4, just because between 4 and 5 is separated by 4 games. So it's going to be, I feel like it could be a little bit tricky with those teams up top. Because although I do think the Clippers regress a little bit in the second half, I don't really see much regression from the top 3 teams in Minnesota, Denver, Oklahoma City. I think the Pelicans can be right up there at the end of the year as well. I think there's a Pelican team that's bet on. Zion's back, which is really good to see for them as well, because he's been banged up a bunch lately. So if he could stay healthy, this team is going to be very dangerous coming into the playoffs. And if you're this is why it's going to be important to finish in the top 2 in the West, Nick. If you're a 3 or 4 seed in the West, do you really want to be playing Phoenix or New Orleans in the first round of the playoffs? I don't. Not in the first round of the playoffs. I'd rather go and face the LA Lakers or the Dallas Mavericks or the Kings, who are still a little bit inexperienced, or the Warriors if they happen to make it in, or the Utah Jazz or something like that, rather than trying to go and play trying to play Phoenix or New Orleans. So that's why it's going to be very important. This Pelicans team is going to be dangerous down the stretch. Keep an eye out for New Orleans this year. So we're taking New Orleans money line. That is all the games for today, though, Nick. Good job. We made it through the entire slate. Woohoo! If you guys are new to the channel, so people like, comment, subscribe, share, do all the good stuff. We appreciate all the support. All the links are above Nick's head: YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram. All of that link down below. If you guys are interested in becoming a member of the YouTube channel, $5.99 a month, 16 cents a day. I know we kind of talked over everything for today's card, but tomorrow I'm already looking at college basketball. I have my part of my numbers done, and I'm starting to map out balling out. I got a bunch of plays to choose from, so keep an eye out for that. Lots and lots of plays tomorrow in college basketball. So if you guys are interested, $5.99 a month, check that out. Today, the only NHL play I like is the under in that in the Edmonton game. And then in the NBA, sign me up for the Hornets and the Pelicans. Nick?
Yeah. Kept it simple today. If we get Jonathan Quick confirmed, I'll bet the under. My bad. If we get Jonathan Quick and Peter Mrazek confirmed, because I'm not going to get Quick and then Soderbaum and then be stuck with an under 5.5 with Soderbaum. Not going to happen. If we get both Mrazek and Quick confirmed for Rangers, Blackhawks, I will take the under 5.5. I'm on the Penguins at $1.20. I'm on the under 6.5 Edmonton Anaheim. And that is it for today.
There you go. That's going to do it for this edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. We'll be back tomorrow. Big cards tomorrow. So excited for all of that. Till next time.